Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jimmy, and today we're going to take a look at the latest software update for the Samsung Galaxy S24 series. Now there's a lot going on with this update. It's also fairly large. This one was pushed out right around 800 megabytes, and normally this one's sitting at about 200 or 300. The main reason is because there's several updates when it comes down to the camera and a few other things. Also, you'll have that early security patch of April 1st, beating out all of the Google Pixel devices, and this version here ends in AXCB. Now this update was pushed out within the last 24 to 48 hours, depending on where you live, if it's in Europe, United States, or a few other regions. Now I was able to find a community post from somebody from Samsung letting us know what is actually a part of this update. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to highlight this area right here, and then I'm going to translate it so we can see exactly what is a part of this update. So once we do this, I'm going to head down over here. I'm going to hit on translate. We're going to scroll on down and see how close we can get. So right here it states camera related number 1, improved tone of night environment. Number 2, improved low light contour and color expression of expert raw. Improved text clarity when zoomed in photo mode. And add instant slow-mo 480 by 480 resolution. So this is what was included with the S24 series update, and I was able to find it right here. So it actually makes it a little bit easier to find exactly what is brand new, even though we're going to take a look at a few additional things. Now, it does come in with that stability and reliability statement, so device behavior has been improved. Also, the device is protected with improved security as well. Now, the other things that you also want to take a look at after this update is you do want to go inside of your Galaxy store just to see what is sitting there. Now, sometimes you might see either 3 things, 4 things. This one has 3 different applications for Samsung. I did take a look at the Galaxy store about 3 days ago, and there was like 12 things sitting in here. So if you haven't taken a look at this here for a few days, you definitely want to do some of these updates sitting right there. So how about we go through, we get this thing updated, and we'll also take a look at everything else that is new with this update. Now, it's usually at this point in the video that I like to state that if you're brand new here at the channel Jimmy is Promo, you appreciate these tips, tricks, tutorials, and the latest information on your Samsung Galaxy devices, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the bell for notifications so you get notified for all future videos. So now with the update done and complete, I do want to let you know that there's another possible update for the Galaxy S24 series coming during the month of April. So if in 2 or 3 weeks you see another fairly large update around the exact same size of this one, that update is going after to improve the camera again for white balance as well as the telephoto quality. So now let's take a look at a couple different applications and services, even though we know mostly what is new with this update, but I always like to look. Now they were talking a lot about the camera. So before the update, we're sitting at 14.1.0069. We're now at 14.1.0071. So you can definitely see a newer version there. Let's take a look at Samsung One UI Home. This one sometimes updates with monthly updates. This version here is sitting at 15.1.013, which is actually the exact same thing that I have written down before the update, so no newer version of One UI Home. And then just for fun, we'll take a look at Gallery as well. Before the update, it was sitting at 15.1.035. This one's at 15.1.0312. So we do have a newer version of the Samsung Gallery. Now again, you always want to go inside of your Galaxy store, usually either before or after the update. I usually do it afterwards, just so I can make sure that everything is updated. Before we updated this phone, there was actually 3 Samsung applications sitting there. Those were actually done automatically with this update here. So all we had left was whatever was sitting right here. And also too, let's take a look over inside of the Samsung mobile security page just to see what is new. My guess is that more than likely nothing is written here because Google never released theirs just yet to the Pixels. So we're going to go and see what was stated. But as you can see, all we have is January. We also have February and we have March. So we don't have any details specifically for the April patches yet from the Google and Samsung side on the back end of the phone. But my guess is I will take a look at it whenever the next update comes during the month of April for the Galaxy S24 series, as long as that rumored update for the camera is still going to be pushed out to this device during the month of April. So at the beginning, we took a look to see what was new with this update, and I know that the instant slow-mo had an update, but I was very curious about the slow motion itself, And up on the very top right hand side, this is where you can choose the quality of the slow-mo as well as the speed for your frames per second. So I'm looking at this and I don't see any differences, but this is where you can change if you want your size to be full HD and you want it to be the frames per second at 120 frames per second, 240. So this is the 1/4 speed, this is the 1/8 speed. And then for UHD, you just have the one option of 120, which is at 1/4 speed. So if you do like to play with things in slow motion, you might as well go with the Ultra HD and put it at 120 frames per second. Even though you can go slightly slower with full HD, at least you can just have a little bit better quality. So as it was mentioning from before, when it comes down over into, playing with that instant slow-mo, when you're inside of your gallery and you press and hold on the screen, this is where you can see, what it would look like if you went into the slow motion option. And it was talking about the resolution being 480 by 480. Now, as a refresher of the main portion of this update here for this phone, even though I wasn't really able to find anything from the Google and Samsung side of things from the back end, and there was a few different application services updated, this is the majority of the update that we saw. Again, it was the improved tone of night environment. You also have the improved low light contour and color expression of Expert RAW app. Also the improved text clarity when zoomed in inside of photo mode, and also add instant slow-mo for the resolution of 480 by 480. So I just wanted to remind you of exactly mostly of what is a part of this update. Again, very happy that it was able to be pushed out during the month of March with the April security patch. Also, don't forget, there may be another update going to the camera here in the next couple weeks on the Galaxy S24 series, and that one would be mostly going after the white balance and telephoto quality when it comes down to improvements. Now, hopefully you guys appreciated this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe on the very bottom left-hand side. And if you like this video, then more than likely you'll also like this video. And I'll see you guys later.